guys, what's going on? My name is Zygodactyl HD, and thank you so much for tuning in to my very first episode ever on YouTube. So, what this is going to be, is it's going to be a tutorial on how to use, in the new SurivialCraft 2.0, on how to use bows and arrows, crossbows, and muskets. Now, I will show you the recipes, you probably already know them, and also I will show you how to use them with a couple of, tips and tricks. So let me get back into first person. Okay. Oh, my bad. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna show you. Here's bow, right? And you guys know that when you take arrows down into your hotbar or when you load it, you can hit the edit button and pull it back. Well, or you just drag the arrow like that and then it loads. Or you can just, let me get rid of that. Or you can just drag it on the hotbar. You can just move it over to the bow and arrow, pull it back, and shoot it, and it works just the same. Now, of course, there's wooden arrows, stone arrows, bronze arrows, iron arrows, diamond arrows, and then flame arrows. The way you make arrows and the way you make bows is you need all of these items. One of them is, of course, the stick, which you take and you make a triangle. And you need string. Once you have string, which is made by either cotton, going 3 down, which makes 3, so you can just have automatically 3 string, or you have to have ivy. Let me get you some ivy to show you what I mean by that. So here is some ivy. What you do with ivy is it only makes 1 string, so it's a little bit weaker, so it doesn't work as well. Okay. Let me put away all my stuff here. But if you want to make, let's say, a stone arrow, you take the stone stuff, put a stick in the middle, feather on the bottom, makes a wooden arrow. Put a stone on top, makes a stone tip. You take the stone off, you put, let's say, a bronze, makes a copper tip. Then you, let's say you put iron on, right? Then it makes iron. But with specialty is if you want diamonds, diamond arrows, you actually have to have iron arrows. You can't just take the diamonds, it doesn't make it, which is kind of stupid. But you make the iron here, you put this over here, and voila, you have a diamond arrow. And it works just like that. So, that is the bows and arrows. Now, here's a couple of tips, tricks that I have learned. If you go in, you can load it just like sliding it left and right. Let's find a bird to kill. Haha. So you can slide it left and right, and then there's a bird. You can just fire it like that. But there's also a secret little thing that I've learned, where if you want to switch your items, let's say you're fighting something, and it gets too close for the bow and arrow and it might hurt you, and you have your diamond sword like this right here. You load it, you pull back, you're about to shoot, but then it gets too close. All you have to do is tap on the sword in the bottom of the hotbar with your left thumb or finger, whatever you use to play the game, and then it will automatically switch the weapon so that in the hotbar you can see the arrow is still in the bow. See, it's still in the bow and it's still bent back. Now, there is a downfall to this, is if you leave it like this, it will break the bow. It will actually slowly start destroying the bow's health, and it will eventually break. So how you fix that is you just hold back down, and oh, I just broke my own little platform. No. Okay. So what you do? Remember, hold it, and then you switch, and then you switch back, and then you have to, by stopping it, you just hold it back a little bit, and voila. As you see, it sometimes glitches out, but is also if you're running away and you just switch, you just come back, hold it, and pop, and look, see, the arrow is still in the bow, which works perfectly so that you don't accidentally misfire. So if you want, that's how you load bows and arrows. You can also do this with a crossbow. A crossbow has explosive bolts, diamond bolts, and iron bolts. Each one is, as they explained, you make them with, oh, wrong chest, my bad. You make them, this is the crossbow right here, is you need a wood, a string, the iron rods, right, and make an L like a bow and arrow. You want normal, you just take the feathers here, the one with the red, and then you take this, and that just makes normal. Then if you want diamond, you just take the top, and then if you want normal, you just, with gunpowder, you just put the gunpowder where the diamond was, and it makes the explosive bolt. Now, I will give you a little, test run here. Let's just grab a couple different ones. So now, the way you load crossbows is when you pull it back by hitting the edit button. You cannot swipe over. But actually, I have figured out that you can. All you do is you hit the edit button, and then you slide back like that, right? And usually you have to drag the bolt to the picture. But if you watch the explosive bolt down here, if you just drag it over to the icon in the hotbar, let go, it will actually load it in. And then you just hit back, and then it's ready to shoot instantly. Now, of course, if you let it sit like this, just like the bow, it will eventually break, which is not good, because if you just let it sit there, it'll eventually break, and then you won't have an awesome crossbow. But when you load it and you go, I'm going to shoot this guy, all you got to do is, just like the bow, hit the icon, or whatever you want to switch to, like your diamond sword, and then it will actually switch the crossbow. See, there's the crossbow, you load it up, you fire, there. Or you can just switch it over like that, and then here's the diamond. Hello, zebra, you're so beautiful. Here you can just switch left and right, which is always a nice feature, just to quick load a crossbow, because crossbows take forever to load in this game. So that's a crossbow. Now, my personal favorite, which I enjoy like a lot because it's just part of the new, I believe, 2.9 update, but a musket. Now, the way you make a musket is this. You need 2 solid iron blocks, 2 wood, and then 1 rod. I will show you how to make the rod in a second. But the way you make bullets is you just have just a 1 rod, right? If you want a big musket ball, which takes down like cows and lions, you go in here, and you just put 1. And it will automatically make you 4, which is a really nice feature. But if you want to make a buckshot, which it looks like these, they spread and are good for birds so that you can kill birds, you take 4 of them and you make an exact square and you get a buckshot. Now, if you also want, even smaller gunshots, which are really hard to hit anything and they barely do any damage except for birds, you can just put 1 buckshot and it will make 4 buckshot balls, which then you can take and make a buckshot again. But here, you put away some of this stuff. So that's how you make a musket. Now, with a musket, there's some cool features that I know of. You need a cotton ball, right? And you need gunpowder. I do not have gunpowder on me. I need to go get some. There it is. Alright, so, but usually, as I said with the crossbow, you have to hit the edit button, load the gunpowder, load the cotton wad, and load the bullet, and it takes forever to load. Like it takes like 5 or 6 seconds just to load, and then bam! Look at that. It just direct hit, and it's really, really cool. But what you do is, just like the bow, when you load it, right, just like this, come here, and you hold it down, you just hit the switch button, and voila, you have a, you just keep, and then it'll just, you don't have to always shoot for when you want to kill something and it starts running away, or something comes close and is attacking you and you don't have enough time to pull out your gun. You can just switch, just like the crossbow and the bow. So now I want to show you a little secret, just like the crossbow, how you can load them faster, and the bow, how you can load them faster, is, here, I need to use it. Fire! There it goes. It goes really far. I don't even know. You cannot retrieve bullets, sadly. But the way you load it is usually you have to hit the edit and drag it, right? But if you remember this combination, if you remember it, alright, it was cotton ball, like this, right? You have to load the gunpowder, cotton wad, then bullet, right? See, look, cotton wad, bullet, just like that. And then it'll shoot. But if you want to load quickly, right? You're running away from a line or something, and you want to load quickly. All you have to do is in the hotbar, right? You press down on it, right? You drag it up, and this isn't survival, but you drag it up, and you just drop it on the icon. And then you drop it on the icon, and then you drop it on the icon again. And you drop the gunpowder, the cotton wad, and then the bullet, and it will actually fire the bullet. And you just drag it, and you just load it in like 3 seconds flat. And you can just rapid fire. And it's really, really nice when you're running away from something and you don't have enough time to reload. Now, of course, if you leave it loaded or cocked, so if you go like this, and then you load it in clock, and then you switch, as you can see, it's still loaded. It's still loaded back. See, watch, click, right? And you can see that the click moves forward. Well, if you switch, right, just like this, and then you see that when I load it, again, you don't hear the click. Because look, it resets. So now, if you want to switch, and you don't want your musket to slowly break like the crossbow and the bow, all you have to do is load everything up. Oh, I just threw gunpowder. Load everything up, and then you switch, and then when you go back in, just hold it down, and it'll kind of reset it after a while. Just like the, see? Just like the crossbow and the bow, so you don't actually have to worry about breaking your bow or breaking your crossbow or musket. And then finally, I wanted to show you how to make the rods. The rods are how you make bullets, how you make the bolts, these, and and that's all they're really used for. But the way you make them is you need a furnace, and you burn. It's really expensive, but it does pay off eventually, because you can kill like lions and tigers in one shot. But you take some coal or something, and you put it right here into the fuel, and then it will, like, let's put a stick, and it will slowly burn, and then it will give you exactly 4, I believe. Yeah, it'll give you 4 for 2, which are really nice, because then you don't have to worry about like collecting a ton, because it'll give you 4 for 2, which is a really nice ratio. So then you can build the muskets. So I am done with the tutorial, but I really want to show you how just some show-offs of the cool items. So I'm gonna get the crossbow, the musket. I'm gonna show you some of like the explosive stuff. So you remember, load it like this, and then just swipe to the left, and then you can like, oh, there's a pig we can go bully. Hello, pig. Bam. Where'd the pig go? Where'd he go? I don't know. You crazy. You crazy. And, oh, well, that didn't work, did it? Yeah, I forgot to share with you guys, but it's really, really, really important. If you have a bow, and you have one of the fire arrows, and you load it like normal, right? You come over to something that, let's say, you need to fly around and find something that has meat or something. Where's meat? Okay, here. We'll kill this duck. It will actually... Come here, you. Come here. Come back here. Yeah, see there. It'll set him on fire, right? But if you watch closely, it'll destroy the feather. Is that... What? Hey! You meanie. You destroyed my demonstration. Oh, here, perfect. Another pig. Okay, we'll bully the pig. Alright, see, you have to hit it a couple times with the bow, and it will set it on fire a couple times, which is nice. Okay, and see how it dies? No. Stay on fire. Ouch. But, if you see, if you hit it with enough arrows, it actually auto-smelts and cooks your meat, so that it's not raw meat when you pick it up, but it's actually cooked meat. Sadly, this does not work with the crossbow when it explodes. It just instantly kills them, which is sad, but annoying. So, this has been my tips, tricks, and tutorials on SurivialCraft. I will be doing a whole bunch more, and I will also be looking into doing some SurivialCraft Let's Plays on islands and all sorts of different more tutorials and tips and tricks. And I will also be playing other games. I'm planning on it. So if you want to like and hit that subscribe button if this video helped you at all, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.